hello, and welcome to another painting with the fairy. I'm gonna continue working on this piece here that I was working on yesterday, which I'm super excited to continue on. Yeah, so I just got done setting everything up, so I didn't have any time to mix paint. I was going to start working on the hand and his face, so we're gonna need some skin tones. Yeah, so I'll bring up my reference picture here. Sorry, I feel like I have a fuzzy in my eye. I've been making animal ears like crazy, so there's flying fur everywhere. So I'm gonna put this one aside. So many fuzzies. And then here's my paint palette. So to make skin tone, a lot of people think you need like peach colored paint, or a lot of people that's what they just use and they go right in with that peach. I actually don't even have a tube peach. I think it throws natural skin color completely off. Maybe if you're doing something cartoony, it works well, but for me, I don't know. I can never make peach look natural. So, what I'm grabbing here is a little bit of white, a little bit of burnt sienna, yellow, and I have some permanent rose. And I mix these three, and I continue to mix them until I get a color that I like. As you can see, it's almost like a rose, like a kind of like a dusty rose. So I'm gonna add a little bit more yellow, and it's almost like this like balancing thing where I just keep mixing colors and until I get something that I like. Hi Win, how you doing? Ah, and Nacho's here too. Hi Nacho. How are you guys doing? No worries, Nacho. You are welcome to lurk. I'm happy that you're here. And I know you got a busy day full of other things, so no worries at all. I'm just happy that you're here. And hopefully I can provide some background entertainment for you. Yeah, yeah, a lot of people would go right for that peach when they think skin tone, but I actually mix all my own. I'm glad you're doing all right, Win. That's good. Yeah, we could just have a chill day here, hanging out. Another chill painting stream. I almost have to be careful not to get too yellow. So I'm gonna add in some pink in to add some warmth. Yeah, skin tones are actually, they're pretty tricky. It's almost like mixing foundation or finding your right foundation. It can be tricky. I do like this one. I'm gonna add a little bit more yellow. And for today, I'm just thinking about the base color, like just that first layer. So I don't really have to, I'm gonna have, there we go, I like that. I don't have to have all the different values that I'll need for the other colors necessarily, like if I was to do the second or third layer. So it's gonna be a bit easier today. So now I'm mixing my light. I kind of just grabbed some from my medium color in the light. And then I am going to go in with the darker. I do kind of like this. And I'm going to add a little bit more burnt sienna, a little bit more yellow, and a bit more permanent rose. I think I accidentally grabbed too much permanent rose, but that's okay. We'll adjust that. And when doing skin tones too, I don't, sometimes depending on the lighting, but since this is very bright and light because of all the neon colors, I won't darken my tones with black. Instead, I use some burnt umber here, and that's what I will darken it with. And it's still like, it's very orange right now, so I don't really care too much for that. Just adding more. Yep. And since I do people quite a bit, I have become kind of like fast at mixing skin tones. But before, when I was like learning, it took me a long time to figure out like what's a right balance between basically these 4 colors. Well, 5 if you include the white. So it's definitely takes a learning curve for sure. Ah, hello, Ka. How you doing? Aw. Well, give the fur ball for me extra pets. Aw. Hey, are you guys playing nice over there? Are those baby dragons behaving? Alright. So I think I got my shadow color pretty good. Yeah, I think this should be alright for a shadow color. I don't know. This darker brown that I chose as my dark. I don't know if I really like it, but we'll see what happens. You know what? I think it's actually too dark. But I don't know, because there's shadows. See, this is my like internal dialogue talking outward. It might work, it might not work. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna start with this, and if it doesn't work, then I'm just gonna remix. And that's what's cool about painting. It's like, oh, I can just, you know, go back and fix it if it doesn't work. And I'm gonna add a little bit more yellow, remix that, add some turpentine. And I'm gonna also mix a little bit more orange. Yeah, there we go. All Okay. Yeah, why I'm mixing this is because I'm going to need, for my reflective light, more orange and more yellow. There we go. All right, putting this aside. And now, you know what, actually, well, I'm going to start with his hand first. There we go. All right. Which one shall I use? Which brush? I'll use this one. So I'm keeping in mind like the clothing that the light is hitting his fingers. So I'm going to put on that yellow light here. And is it? There we go. And I'm going to go in with this round brush and kind of smoothen up the edges, blend them out. And I'm probably gonna like the rest of the whole thing, do another layer of yellow light. There we are. No, no raisins in the cookie. I like chocolate chip cookies too. Chocolate chip are good. And now I'm gonna wake up the blue that I was using yesterday too by adding a little bit of turpentine. Go. Just while I was mixing my colors, I was like, wait a second, there's also like a blue reflective light as well. What? You guys are talking about brains and cookies? That's what I'm quick reading over here. I'm like, what? Talking about zombie cookies? What? Come on. Okay. Move brain, ear, oat, wonky brain. All right. Cool. Ooga booga. Oh, okay. I don't know. That just sounds like a recipe for some kind of zombie cookie right there. Like brain oat cookies. So now I'm kind of just going in and also keeping in mind that this is still just the first layer of the skin tone. I'm going to add just still a little bit of value. So first I'm putting on the medium color, which I think is actually a little, I don't know if it's too dark or not. Maybe. It's okay. It's only first layer. I can always lighten it up. I know, I kind of want some cookies too. Not zombie cookies though, like normal chocolate chip cookies or something like that. Maybe that would be a fun painting to do one day is some cookies. Paint some cookies. Yes, he's just reaching for a giant plate of cookies. He's actually just not even operating the DJ booth at all. There's just a plate of cookies right here. Wait, someone made that joke before. Was it you, Ka, that made that joke? Or was it everyone? When, like, it was in the first stages where this actually did look like a dinner plate. I feel like this joke has been made before. Oh. And then I'm gonna switch over my reference picture. I'm actually changing it. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Oh, I see what I was doing. Okay. I was like, something on my hand's not looking quite right. It's the way I was shading it. See, this is why I always have reference pictures. And then I'm gonna blend this. And I really want it to blend in with his glove here. I don't like that it's such a harsh line where the glove ends. So I'm gonna go back in with some black, which thankfully I still had that blue black wet, and then I'm gonna go and I'll blend it out. There we go. Sorry, I'm like majorly concentrating here. I'm like, how to... And I'm actually gonna tilt it a little bit. You can still see, right? Yeah, you guys can still see. Want to make sure everything's on the viewpoint of the camera. No more working off camera, which I know I've done in the past. Don't want to do that again. Exactly, focused. Very focused. Oh shoot. So as I'm painting here, I'm also kind of adjusting all the elements around it. Kind of like any other part of the painting. Who knew that one? And this isn't even all the details to the finger. This is just the first layer, but who knew that it takes so long? Hey, you got the command. Focus mode. You figured it out. You got it. I remember when you were trying to figure it out yesterday. So I guess it wasn't just the word focus, it was focus mode. That's too funny. Oh, okay. If there's something you see you need to change, Ka, that's okay. No worries. I trust you. I think these colors here all darken up on the second layer. They could be a lot darker. Right now I'm kind of just pushing paint around and playing with values, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work. So I'm kind of experimenting a little bit as I'm doing this. Like I have somewhat of a plan in my mind, but I'm also experimenting. Oh, you're good, Ka. No worries. Thank you for fixing it. There we go. Alright, I think that's a good start. I think I kind of know where I'm going with this now. I think I got some ideas. There you go. I think I want to switch brushes actually. I think this brush is I need something a little more precise. Something with a little more stiffer bristles. So I'm taking this thin brush and I think I should have better control with it, and it has a fuzzy on it. Just blending out these edges. All right. Now I got that, and I'm gonna go in with my light color. I'm painting this. Yeah, hands are so difficult. Like I always choose like difficult hand positions for some odd reason. Don't know why. Sometimes I'm like, why did I do this to myself? Why did I choose such a weird... This one's not as weird of a hand position as I have chosen in the past compared to some of my other paintings. Blending that edge, the edge of the glove. And besides this, like, very exaggerated worm's eye view, playing with these colors has been a very interesting experience. Just because they're just opposite on the color wheel, so it's been interesting trying to blend them, but they don't want to blend together. But I think it's getting there. It's getting there where they look good side by side, trying to blend all these colors. And right now I'm just worried about basic forms. And details will come later. Even though it seems like I'm being very detailed, which I kind of am. But still, not as much as I plan to be. Yeah, and I don't really have a set goal in mind of when I would like this one to be done, but soon-ish, I think. You know, I keep wanting to move along on this one. I don't want it to be one of those that, you know, I put down and pick up and it takes like over a year to do, which a lot of my paintings, as all of you know, do. Because I keep putting other, like, starting new projects, but as long as I don't get any commissions, I think I'll keep working on this one until it's done. Yeah, exactly when 1 year later with a lot of my projects. Yeah, my reference picture that I'm going off of, it's actually kind of fuzzy on the hand and it really focuses on the face. So I'm kind of like squinting, like, what is that form? What is this shape? What's going on here? At least this isn't my first time drawing hands, so I'm good. I'm doing good so far. I know. I know when. That's what everyone keeps telling me. And I want to, but I'm like, I have ideas. I have things I want to make. I have inspiration I want to, like, create from and honor. So many ideas. And the finger kind of disappeared in the disc when painting it. It's kind of getting frustrated blending and having the finger in the way. So I was like, you know what, I'll just paint it back on when I do this part. So that's what the logic behind that was. Hands are difficult for everyone. They're just extremely difficult and weird and hard to do. So do not feel bad. They're even extremely hard for me to do. Bring down that light color again. And I actually didn't like where that like joint crease was exactly, so I'm gonna go ahead and move it. Yeah, I like it right there. That's better. Yeah, I think that's also why I'm like so concentrating so hard right now, is because hands take a lot of focus. They do. I mean, I can still talk. I'm still all good. It's like I'm on. There we go. Perfect. And then I'm gonna just clean up that edge right there. And I might even make it darker, but when I add in my second layer, I think we're gonna add even more more shadows to the tip of the finger there. Yeah, that'll definitely be later. Aw, yeah, your painting turned out so good. I'm assuming you're talking about the Rayla one. Yeah, but it turned out good. No, the thing with hands is you kind of have to break them down into basic shapes. So this isn't, it's a weird perspective, so it's not a very good example, but basically like the hand is like a bunch of blocks. So it's kind of like you got a block here, and then comes out another block, and each joint is a block. And once you get those into perspective, you can draw in all your little details and stuff. I could do a live stream if you're interested in how I draw hands step by step. I don't usually draw on camera because I get like self-conscious. But like something like that, like I could just show like basics, like how to draw hands and my little tips and tricks of what I do, if you are all interested. You should be proud of your painting, Win. You should. It's a really good painting. I tried to blend this, like blend the blue, and I thought my brush was clean and it wasn't, so it just made it kind of muddy. That's also a good trick to have. Always make sure your brushes are clean before you go in to blend something. Actually making pretty good progress on this hand. Actually going pretty quickly, which is good. There we go. Blending this edge. And that too. Yeah, and I could leave it like this for a minute. Paint upside down for a little bit. Why not? I say that and then I'm probably gonna be like, whoops, what'd I do here? Nah. I kind of have a vision of what I'm doing. Kinda. I know, right? Fortunately for you, I can paint upside down. It's a very weird skill that I have. Yeah, there we go. Sorry. Just a little sleepy. A little sleepy. That or I'm just too relaxed. Maybe a little bit of both. There we are. And after this one is done, I think it's too soon now to think about my next painting, but I'm always thinking about my next painting. Yeah, I'm kind of up for debate. I have so many paintings started, like all the fun drinks, but I also have some other ideas. So we'll see what's gonna be next. I always have something fun. Oh, it's Mochi. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna be right back. Oh, hello. There's Oh, thank you. Underworldly. Hi, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Sorry if you already sent your message and I just saw it now. Yes, new follower. I am just working here and painting. And yeah. So feel free to join with the painting if you want to work on your own project, if you want to just hang out, more than welcome to. Yeah, so this piece I've been working on for a little bit now, and it's kind of going good. Oh, no. Even though it does look like something that Loki would totally wear. Actually, I never thought of that until now. I don't know if I would have the guts to steal something from Loki. I think that would be a little high on my danger scale. um, no, it's actually a glass bead that my grandma made. She was also an artist, and she was always experimenting and that kind of stuff. So she didn't make many of these necklaces. Um, I don't know why. I don't know if it was just too much effort or she didn't like them or something. Okay. But didn't make many, but it's one of my favorite necklaces. I am so sorry. My doggo, I'm gonna see what my doggo is barking at, but I'll be right back. I promise. Hold on. Be right back. Okay, I'll be back. All right. Hello. I am back. Sorry for that brief little break. There was a package by the door. That's why my doggo was barking. But it was so weird. She was like just sitting on the couch and just like not even by the front door. So I was like, okay, are you just, what's going on? And she's just sitting on the couch, just like, her legs like this, like barking. And I'm like, lazy. Ka, I like that you think that I'm tougher than I am. Thank you. You were thank you for the extra toughness credit, but I'm no I'm just a little fairy who likes to create. Ah, it's Blood. Hi Blood. How you doing? What? Wait, what? Thank you. I guess that's true. Yeah, never underestimate the fairy. That's more like what I say about my art skills. It's like, hold on, I can draw that. I can do that. And then later I'm like, what did I do to myself? Especially with challenging things, challenging perspective and all that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Got training straight from Odin himself. Oh my gosh. That would be crazy. Hey, that's cool though. That's a strong warrior right there. Almost thinking of other gods and all that. I've been thinking about doing like all kinds of gods from all over the world, like a different lore and legends and that kind of stuff. That'd be such a cool set to do. I did a painting of Athena, the goddess of wisdom. Oh my gosh, years ago. And I was like, I should do more, and I never got around to it. But that'd be cool. I would love one day to do a whole series of different gods and goddesses. I think that'd be fun. But I got too many ideas. Not enough time. Oh man. There we are. Especially like that I do like to play with perspective and color and that kind of stuff. I think a whole like gods series would be really cool. Yeah, see, like especially someone cool like Artemis. Like there's so many different variations that you could do, and I think she would be fun. There we go. So there. Okay, actually it's the hand pretty quickly. Moving along pretty good. And of course, like I keep saying, I'll go back, add more detail to it. I know I got mail. I know my phone keeps buzzing. Um, Let me think of that. I honestly think that's okay. I guess it's more of what is the meaning behind your what's the intention behind your painting and that kind of stuff. So like if he's just like at the beach hanging out with his friends, like I see no problem with a drawing like that. You're all good. But if it's like super suggestive, I know some people are like sensitive. So I just don't want to like, you know, cause any problems or offend anyone. So I don't know. I think it just depends on, you know what, Blood? Let me think about that, and then maybe we can, maybe Win and I can put on the Discord, like, more specific, be more specific about the rules. Yeah. And so, you know, Blood, if you want to, you can just, if you're super concerned about a drawing that you want to show but you're not sure if it'll be allowed or not, you can always just message me and I can give you a thumbs up or thumbs down, because I don't, me personally, I don't get like offended by a lot of stuff. I'm pretty like, I'm good. I'm so if you're like, I don't know if this is on the edge or not, or if you're like, this is what I was meaning, just how about message me and then be like, is this good? Would this be okay? I'm pretty sure it'll be okay. Yeah, and don't overthink it. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying, Blood. Yeah, I know it does yeah, like commission wise and that kind of stuff. I think it's very like, you know, specific artists would do a commission like that. Like I know I wouldn't, because that's just not my drawing style. But there are other artists where that is their drawing style, and that's awesome. That's why there's also so many different kinds of artists out there, right? Like everyone has their specialty or things that they enjoy drawing or making. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Ka, and thank you, Win, for offering. Yeah, Blood, if you're super concerned, and that's for anyone else, if you want to share your art but you're concerned it might be not within the rules of the server, you can message me, cause offering to be messaged, send us the image, be like, hey, is this allowed or not? um And I think that would probably be the easiest way to do that. I don't mind. And if that makes you feel safer, then that's good. And also, too, I'm the type of person that I always give second chances to. So if you post something and everyone's like, whoa, that shouldn't be allowed, I'll just message you privately and be like, hey, learning lesson next time. And then just give a thumbs up and be cool. Like, totally fine. Hey, uh, we're all learning here. So, and I'm not just saying like here in the stream or in the server, like just life in general. Um, and sometimes you're like, oops, sorry, didn't know, and that's okay. It's all right to be like, hey, I'm learning. No worries, I misunderstood. All's good. Yeah. Yeah, and no need to overthink it too hard either. Yeah, and I'm also someone I'm not like super strict or like harsh. It's just more of I would just want an environment where everyone feels good to express themselves and there's kindness and support amongst us artists, and that's all. Yeah, and don't worry, like I'm not super. I don't think any of us are super harsh. We're like, you messed up once. Goodbye. Like, no, we're not like that. Not here. Not in this environment. Uh, I thought I had. Did I not have my flat brush? I have my tiny flat brush. And that's what I like. I like artists and supporting artists. So something weird about this that's kind of funny. I don't know if any of you notice how I'm picking it up to adjust my canvas, which I just realized should be like that. Don't know why, but this orange here on this corner is not drying. I don't know why. This orange here is pretty much dry, and on this corner is dry. So this one, I don't know. I keep getting orange on me, and uh, not complaining or anything. I'm just saying that's funny. It will dry eventually, but I don't know. I'm more in a space of thinking that's very funny. um, hmm. What about sending links to other artists? Well, hmm. I mean, if it's just a link, I mean, people have the choice to, to click on that link or not. It's not something where you can just scroll and then be like, oh, like, you're just on the server and you're just scrolling through art and you're like, oh gosh, I'm seeing something I didn't want to. And rather than like a link, you would actually have to press on it and then it'll bring you to another page. You can't just randomly scroll. So, um, hmm. I mean, hmm. I'm trying to think. I, I mean, yeah, like, I mean, I'm okay with if you want to share links to other artists' Insta pages. Mm, let me think about that one, Blood, and I'm gonna kind of go over with everyone else what they think. But I'm thinking that should be okay because it's just a link. Okay, I see what you're saying, Ka. Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with you, Ka. I agree with you on that. Maybe just leave that. Maybe just leave that link out, Blood. Maybe don't link their entire account. Maybe just share like the one piece that's like server okay, just not the whole link of the Instagram page, just the one photo or something. The one drawing that is within the server rules. I think that, yeah. Yeah, that too, because I don't want someone to like click on a link and then they go to a page and they see things that they really didn't want to see. Um, I see what you're saying, when to. Huh. Hmm. I don't know. You got me thinking about the being more specific about the server rules for sure. These are all things that I'm like, I didn't think about. I was just like, hey, let's make it just artists, like, supporting artists and that kind of stuff. And then I didn't think of all this to add to it. Mm, yeah, true. Yeah, and I'm not even on Twitter, or what is it called now? It's called X now. Yeah, I'm not even on those platforms. So I wouldn't really know. Actually, I'm going to flip this like this so that's easier for me. I don't have to reach over my entire painting. Oh man, but this is really tricking my eye to make sure everything's in the right place. Okay, I might have to reflip it. Sorry. I was like, I'm gonna make it better for you guys to view, and There we go. That's not so bad. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that a lot. Yeah, when in doubt, if you're ever, yeah, if ever questioning something, when in doubt, just either me or a mod. Just ask. And you should be okay. And I actually really like that rule a lot. When in doubt, just ask a mod. I think that's a really good, safe way to go. You got me thinking, Blood. You did. You got me thinking about rules and all that. It's all good though. Things I didn't think of. Yep. Ask your local fire dragon. Exactly. I like that line. When in doubt, just ask your local fire dragon. And I'll assure you, all the fire dragons are nice. Yeah, ask a gold dragon or a fire dragon. We're all nice here, and no one's gonna, like, judge you or be, like, you know, mean. No one's gonna be mean. All right, now working on his face, which I am excited about. So when drawing his face, I actually had some trickiness to get it right because I'm not used to this perspective. So I was at first like kind of, oh man, what am I doing here? Uh but I actually got something that I finally got an outline after I don't know how many times I redrew his face to actually get it right. I finally got something. Because it was hard to get this perspective, but also to make it look like him. So, yeah. There we go. So I'm just really putting on the base color first. Being careful not to touch this corner of orange, which is still wet for whatever reason. And to blend that edge, so this is one of my favorite ways when there's like a background glowing behind, I actually add in this case orange And I'm gonna add it on the outline here and smoothen this out. The contrast is gonna be interesting because his glasses are also orange. So it's definitely gonna be interesting how compositionally this will look. Should be cool though, I think. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous today working on the face because normally, like, these parts here, I take so much concentration. I was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna even be able to talk much? Sometimes when working on faces, like, I won't even listen to music or have a movie on when I'm in my own space. Like, full concentration goes right for the character's face. Just because it's like, it's challenging. Even for me, even something I do all the time, it's still a challenge. And it's a lot of adjusting little things. All's good. But hey, I decided to challenge myself today and work on probably the most challenging part of this painting on stream and tell myself I'll be fine. Like, I'll be fine. I can do it. Right now, it kind of looks like a weird skeleton. Ooh, spooky. Spooky, spooky. And what's cool too, since this is oils, I can kind of just push around the paint a little bit. And I can, you know, it's not like acrylics where if I was doing this on acrylic, oh my gosh, this would already be dry. The whole mouth would be dry. Now I still have time to like push around the paint a little bit and adjust his expression. Like, I kind of want him smiling, like he's like grinning. He's like, heck yeah, I'm putting on a good party here. And it's crazy because a lot of the shadows of a face is like more suggestions of what forms are where. I am concerned about the nose a little bit because I don't want it to look like a scarecrow. No scarecrow nose. Not allowed. I will not allow a scarecrow nose. Hi, Nacho. Welcome back. Win, what did you clip? Was it me like saying spooky scary skeletons? That blood quoted me. Spooky spooky. It is. If for a minute it looks very spooky. And I don't want Shirako to look spooky. I want him to look like a chill guy. Like, he is a chill guy. Now, if I wanted to do something spooky, I'd be painting one of the drones. Spooky. Scary. Scary drones. Maybe I should. That'd be cool. To paint one of the drones or do drone themed. Paint with all the green. Oh gosh. Then I'd be painting with neon green, which would be interesting. It's okay. I'm up for the challenge. I can do it. Maybe. Neon green's interesting because green itself has a pretty wide spectrum of color. Not as much as blue, but it's pretty big. But to do neon green and make green look neon, it's actually a lot of yellow. And it can easily look flat. So that might be actually an interesting challenge to do for myself. Alright, that's it. It's Teku and then we're going to drones next. Exactly. He's just a chill guy until he's a spooky, scary skeleton guy. Yeah, it's the Acceleracers Halloween special. Sorry, I'm like really concentrating on this nose. Which is, I knew this nose was gonna be, sorry, I need to stand for a second. I knew this nose was going to be a challenge once I chose this perspective. I was like, what did I do to myself? Because I don't want to give him a skeleton nose. I don't want to give him a picky nose. But there might be only so much I can do with the first layer. The final forms and stuff might come through with the second layer and it might actually start looking right. It might be one of those things where I'm like, okay, I just have to, you know, stop touching it and move on. Which that might be the case right here. Where I just be like, okay, I can't touch it anymore. I have to move on. Oh boy. Noses are hard. Aw, thank you, Nacho. Thank you. Wait, I think I see something. I see something of how to do this. Hold on. I don't know. See, noses are so much a part of like someone's expression, not just their expression, but like their features. Um like what how like you could change someone's entire look and not make it look like them just by switching out the nose. So I think it's more difficult because it's like I'm trying to make it actually look like him. Harder than hands. Hands have a lot of rules, but so do noses, and especially this perspective. I think it's mainly what's making it difficult is this perspective. And also I have to keep in mind there's really no lines. It's just a lot of suggestive shadows that make it so that it's also too I gotta keep it in, well actually I think it's staying in the like see how his head's slightly tilted. I gotta make sure that the nose is actually going the same way. Aw, thank you, Nacho. Thank you. Alrighty, Nacho. Bye. And I hope you have a good day at work. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. That's actually a good way. A lot of artists draw the nose first and then go for the rest of it. For me, when I draw faces, I kind of do like a lot of lines. So like I will depends on what the perspective is, but I will draw one part and like the nose, but I don't draw the full nose. It's kind of like just a line, like just suggested. Like this is just where it's going to go. It might be something super simple like a triangle or something. And then these are where the eyes are, which will just be like almond shape and like it's almost like really quick. And then once I get kind of my foundation down of where everything's gonna sit, then I go in with my details. So it almost depends what's, yeah. And yes, I am actually working with a reference photo here. Actually in one of the movies, it was funny. I was like, I gotta find a reference photo to fit. And I ended up finding it, and I ended up taking a screenshot, and it worked perfectly for exactly what I'm trying to do. So that's what I'm working here. Yeah, when in doubt, find your own reference photos. I even do that in cosplay too. Sometimes I'm trying to find a specific, like, what does this part of the character look like? And I can't find it online anywhere. So I'll go back and watch like the movie or the TV show and take my own photos. I do that a lot. I'll even go in, like for video game characters, go in game. Alright, I think I don't want to overwork the nose. No, it's not perfect, but it's kind of sort of getting there. It's kind of getting there. So I'm just gonna move on. Sometimes overworking things is not good too. Sometimes just saying, you know what, I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna come back to this later and end up solving the problem later. Which I think that's what I will end up doing. And I'm gonna get my smaller blending brush. And I just peeked at the time. We're still doing good on time. Actually making pretty good progress for the day too. Definitely want to at least get the first layer of his face done by today, which I think I'll be able to do. So I'm feeling pretty good. Today's gonna be another busy day. A lot to do. Thank you, Win. Thank you. Yeah, more projects. Gonna continue working on some ears. I have Yeah, I just have, oh my gosh. Yeah, ears. Ears is mainly gonna be the big goal. I'm also making a video for Level Up, kind of more like vlog type style. And I want to edit that. I don't know if I'll get to it today, but as of last night, all of my photos and videos are now on my computer. So that means next step, video editing. Okay, he looks like he has like crazy bags or something. I'm gonna blend all that out. You know what it kind of looks like? You know when the girls do those like makeup tutorials and they put on the what is it called? I almost called it concealer, but it's not. It's the, oh my gosh, contour. That's what I was looking for. And they put on the contour and it looks terrible, but then they take a blending, then they blend it all out and it actually looks good. I swear contour looks so weird before you blend it. It's what I kind of feel like I'm doing right now. Guys, I'm doing Shirako's makeup. Which I wanted to add some yellow and orange glow, but I think I'm gonna do that. I don't know if I'll do that now or later. I'll see. And as you can see, I'm adding in more light because I kind of, when I'm trying to do the shading, I kind of made it one tone on accident. Oops. It's a little tricky looking at this reference photo because I took a very grainy photo for whatever reason. It's very fuzzy. I should have taken a better one, but oh well. There we go. Wrong brush. I just picked up my little blending brush and I'm like, where are the long bristles? What happened to them? There we go. You know what? Let's try adding in a little, at least a little bit of this yellow highlight in here. I think this will actually end up blending quite nicely. There we go. Actually, this, I know I said I'll add the glow later, but actually I'm glad that I am adding it now because it is blending really nicely. There we go. It's coming along, coming along. Yeah, you see how much blending there is and thought process and all that. Now you know why it doesn't take 5 minutes to create a painting. Maybe I should do that. That might actually be fun to do like a time challenge where try to create a painting in like an entire stream, like drawing it to finishing it. It's not going to turn out very good, probably be very simple, but that might be a fun challenge to do in the future. An entire painting on one stream. Whatever is done, that's it. Can't go back. Try to see how fast I can work. Oh gosh, I don't think a painting would. I don't know, it wouldn't be detailed, that's for sure. Wouldn't be my normal style. Oh, hey, it's Vanny or Tiny Silco. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm glad that you could at least join us at the tail end here. Yeah. If anyone hasn't joined the Discord, feel free to join. Oh, that's okay, Win. No need to be sorry. Hey, I even forgot about asking about posting the Discord server on the chat, so you are perfectly fine. All good. Oh, nice. Hey, Vanny, nothing beats getting good sleep. Good sleep is so good. So. Yeah, so just working on this piece. Oh, Oh gosh, we only have 10 minutes left of today's stream. Wow. Okay, time really went by fast. I swear, I was like keeping track of the time when I started putting paint on his face. And then when I kind of got lost in all the shapes and the colors and everything, and then I lost track of time. I was like, wait a minute, it was just 11 when I started painting his face. Wait a minute. What do you mean that it's already? And I just realized a mistake with his eyebrows, so he's gonna kind of look a little freaky for a minute. I'm gonna paint over these and then repaint them later. Sorry, boy. Removing those eyebrows. Removing, and we are moving. Oh my gosh. How I pronounce words, it did not turn out that funny. But I think you all see the joke that I'm going for. But yeah, so I'm just gonna finish up here a little bit and then call it there for a stream. Made good progress today. It was fun, chill, hanging out with everyone. Got someone new in here, which is awesome. Heck yeah. And I will be back on Friday. Not sure what I'll be working on. Maybe I'll continue to work on Scirocco. Maybe I will work on something else. I'm up for suggestions. If you are entertained and you want to see how this one continues, I can bring it back. We'll see what Friday brings. Oh, that's okay, Vanny. No worries. Hey, out of all people, I am definitely one that understands what it's like to have a busy life. So you are all good. I'm happy whenever you can make it to the streams. No worries at all. And hey, that's also why I also post them all on my YouTube, all my VODs, because just in case if someone missed something or you want to go back and check it out later, more than welcome to. Aw, thank you, Ka, for the Kirby hearts. Aw, and thank you, Win. Thank you for all being so supportive. Thank you to everyone. Alright, I'm gonna just turn it like this and see if there's anything I wanna... Sorry. I'm so sorry if you heard my brush hit my mic. I think I did it earlier too, like literally 2 minutes ago. If you heard something weird, I'm so sorry again. I gotta get better at not hitting my mic with my brush on accident. Yeah, I don't even know if that makes a sound. Should probably test it out to see if I actually hear anything. You're probably all like, we didn't hear anything. Can even tell. Oh, it's Corny. Hi, Corny. How you doing? Yep. Okay, so the point of all these catalogs is to protect my table from paint. It works sometimes. I actually do have paint on my table, and I'm like, how did that happen? This is this is why I put papers down, to protect my table. And of course I still managed to get paint on the table. And yeah, why are they Uline? Because they're free, and Uline comes in these ginormous thick like catalogs with like 1,000 pages in them, and it's free paper. So why not use some free paper? Reuse it. Also, too, I kind of like these papers because they're kind of waxy. So if they get wet, it doesn't immediately soak through. It kind of like beads up on the pages. Really nice for painting. But yeah, I know it looks like such a weird background. But, eh. Protects my table if I'm careful, which I'm not always careful. No, yeah, no, you're right, Corny. Paint does have a mind of its own. You are definitely right there. I will find paint in the most random place. Like the other day, I was wearing like these sage green jeans that I love, and I don't wear them because I'm super paranoid that I'm gonna get paint on them. But one day I was like, I'll be fine. I got green paint on the knee, like on the kneecap. And I'm like, where did this green paint come from? I wasn't even working with green paint. How did this happen? I'm like, you know what? My clothes are just gonna have paint on them. That's okay. I'm an artist. It's fine. I'm fine. Thank you, Vanny. I'm glad you appreciate the catalog background. No, it's useful, especially like all those catalogs that like come in as like quote unquote junk mail, especially during Christmas time when we're all flooded with them. Keep them. Not all of them, but just a small stack, and then you just rip them up and you're like, "Hey, I got free paper to protect my tables." That's cool. And then it doesn't matter, you just throw it away, and it's like, well, it was going to be thrown away anyway. Little artist tips. Yeah, that's true. A lot of artists do wear just like older clothes, or they have a separate side of their closet that's all paint clothes. I don't do that. I should, but nope. I just I accept the fate that all my clothes are gonna have paint on them. And that's that. But I guess it just proves that I'm an artist. Oh my gosh, when I used to do henna, I would get henna everywhere. It was on my clothes, it was on the bottoms of my feet from the little crumbs flaking off. It was just, it was everywhere. Very funny, very entertaining. Alright, I'm gonna just fix this jaw right here. And I'm going, there we go, alright. I will call it there, cleaning the last of my brushes. There we go. I know, right, Corny? You're right. Us artists living on the edge, wearing our good clothes while painting. That's life on the edge right there. Especially oils, which you can't wash out, just in case. Oof. Oh my gosh. Okay, sounds good, Ka. I want to see your new music videos that you've been creating, which, by the way, have been super entertaining, and I really, really like your music videos. They're funny. If anyone hasn't seen Ka's music videos, they're really funny. Go check them out. I know, it's already 12. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Well, anyways, here we are. And thank you everyone for joining today's stream. I think I made really good progress today. I will see you all on Friday, same time. Not sure what project I'll work on. Probably this one. Um, maybe I'll bring in something new, or not, or new-ish. Maybe one that is already in progress, but new to the stream. Aw, thank you. And thank you everyone for joining. It was a good group. I will see you all Friday. Alrighty, thank you. Bye.